Hi guys, welcome to the new video. Today we are going to talk about Samsung Galaxy A23. So let's get started. This is Samsung's Galaxy A23. It sits at the lower end of its mid-range A-series lineup, but offers a couple of enticing features. So, is it worth the effort to get the Galaxy A23 over its more expensive sibling and save money? The Galaxy A23 is a budget phone that aims to stand out from competitors with its large, optically stabilized main camera and its updated Samsung software package. The Galaxy A23's design is same to the other A-series phones, but there are a few differences here. The most noticeable is that rather than a matte finish, this one is very glossy and plasticky looking. The A23's camera bump blends into the back panel, but doesn't fold over into the plastic frame. The phone collects fingerprints effectively, and it feels quite huge and powerful in the hand. Unlike the more expensive A-series phones, you don't get IP-rated waterproofing here. On the front of the A23 is a 6.6-inch IPS LCD, with a 1080p resolution, Gorilla Glass 5 protection, and a 90Hz refresh rate. Movements look smooth here because of the high refresh rate, and that is adaptive, somewhat. If you're not using the screen, it will dial down to 60 Hz to save energy. You are missing a few things on the A23. There's no proximity or ambient light sensor. The latter means that the phone needs to use the selfie camera to detect light for auto brightness mode. We estimated a limit of 460 nits. It's good for indoor use, but not great for outdoor, especially on a LCD panel. With a full HD resolution, content looks sufficiently sharp. But the color accuracy is not good, as whites and grays pattern towards bluish. You get no color settings to change this, with either what you see out of the box is what you get. For sound, the Galaxy A23 has an earphone jack and a single firing speaker. It earned a score of good on our loudness test, but the sound quality is unimpressive. To awaken and open the Galaxy A23, you can use the fingerprint reader on the side, which is built into the power button. And you can get the A23 with 64 or 128 GB of storage, which is expandable through microSD. One attractive feature about Samsung phones is latest software. The Galaxy A23 runs the same One UI 4.1 based on Android 12 that you'd find on the flagships. There are some of features missing that you'd find on the more expensive models, like Bixby, Samsung Pay, and Windows Link. But still, you get most of the features here. Also, Samsung is focused on providing quarterly security updates for at least 4 years on this one. The main noticeable thing in the Galaxy A23 is a Snapdragon 684G chipset. It's a modern chip, based upon a 6nm process, but performance-wise it's pretty underwhelming, especially when it has to power a 90Hz refresh rate screen. In benchmarks, the A23 sits at the lower part of the chart, both in CPU and GPU tests. In fact, it's outclassed by last year's Galaxy A22, which had a MediaTek Dimensity 720. Simple games can run okay here, but for anything more demanding, the experience isn't perfect. We've also seen that there are stutters and occasional lag here and there when navigation the UI are performing regular tasks. Like last year's model, the Galaxy A23 has a huge 5000 mAh battery, and battery duration is perfect. The phone was able to score a competitive 130-hour endurance rating in our inclusive tests. The A23 supports 25-watt quick charging, but delivers with only a 15-watt charger. With this, we had the option to charge the phone from 0 to only 32% in 30 minutes. Now on to the cameras. The Galaxy A23 has a 50-megapixels main camera with OIS, a 5MP ultrawide camera, a 2-megapixels micro camera, and a depth sensor. The A23's main camera works effectively, punching over its class when it comes to quality. The sharpness and fine detail are very great, and the colors are charming, though a bit on the oversaturated side. Portraits look nice, with great exposure, and a fairly convincing bokeh impact. The ultra-wide camera maintains the similar contrast and punchy colors as the main camera, but the quality is more terrible here, as you'd anticipate. These photos are noisy and soft, with less detail and limited dynamic range. Close-ups taken with the 2-megapixels micro camera are not excellent. You want a lot of light to achieve something usable, and at this resolution you don't get a lot of detail in any case. The colors are dull, and there's no self-adjust to make these easier to shoot. Selfies taken with the 8-megapixels front camera are very great. They have fair sharpness and detail, and colors are punchy. When it comes to video recording, resolution is covered at 1080p. Film from the main camera is really fair. There's great sharpness, decent-looking colors, low noise, and great dynamic range. On the other hand, video quality from the ultra-wide is disappointing. There's bad detail and sharpness, a lot of noise, and dynamic range is not perfect. So, that is the Samsung Galaxy A23. You get great battery duration, a decent main camera, and Samsung software. In any case, in the end, this doesn't seem like enough for it to be competitive. For me, the most disappointing aspect is the performance. The lag, even while swiping around, is really noticeable. Then the screen is not extremely bright, and its colors seem off. And on top, the A23 isn't as cheap as you might imagine. So, if you like the video, give the big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. See you in the next video.